On April 1st, 2021, I ditched a career I absolutely hated to better myself and do the things I've always wanted to do. And that included my growing love and obsession with Ireland. I want to learn everything: culture, history, mythology, music, and the language. Which, if I'm being honest, looks really hard to learn, but I'm going to give it the old Smith try. Then, of course, there is my love of pubs and the role that they've played throughout history, and no better example of that than on that beautiful, beleaguered island in the North Atlantic, Ireland. April 1st, 2026, I depart for the Emerald Isle, and for 1 year, I'll hike town by town and conduct interviews with pub owners, pub regulars, historians, town know-it-alls, musicians, and basically anybody that wants to talk to me. If you'd like to support the project and the journey, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month, but just liking a video or subscribing to the channel and following the journey is just as helpful. I'm always looking for volunteers to work as liaisons for the project too, so if you live in Ireland and know people, feel free to hit me up. This is a huge goal and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 26th and will be my life's work. Thank you.
Man, I want to get to this Childish Gambino. Isn't Childish Gambino Danny Glover? Is Danny Glover Donald Glover's kid, or is that a no relation sort of thing? That's question one, because I've always wondered that and I never looked it up. Donald Glover, is that Danny Glover's kid? Switch that around. But I've always been interested to check out his music, and here's the thing, I never have. And it's like, I'm so wary of checking out, like, hip-hop. Mainly, just because so much hip-hop I hear is just grating on my fucking ears from a mainstream standpoint. Just so much of it I can't deal with. I love a lot of hip-hop, and I grew up with a lot of hip-hop, and fucking, when I was like a freshman in high school, man, me and all my buddies thought we were little ass gangsters, and there was NWA and Public Enemy and fucking Ice Cube and Ice-T and all that shit. Too Short, shit like that. And that is up until probably like when California Love came out with Tupac, and I love that song, but I like just anything after that, it was all fucking rock and roll. And that's mainly what I care about and want to listen to. But I want to hear like the good new hip hop, and it's hard to find if you don't know where to look. Anyway, I think Childish Gambino, aka Danny Glover, Donald Glover is that Danny Glover's kid. Is he a rapper? Childish Gambino. I think so. Let's do a little on the fly fucking research on the live stream here. We're going with the studio recording of this. We're kicking it off. I think hip hop ish. Is that probably the best way to put it? Singer, rapper, right? Fuck, man, you just probably never know it. And I've always liked him as an actor. I've always thought he's really good. And I know he did. Maybe I watched something with him. There was some video that he did that was super popular and hit super hard, and the name is escaping me. I don't remember. I remember it hit super hard, and I think it resonated like socially with a lot of people, and I may have watched that. It's escaping me, but hey, I think I have a little bit of knowledge of Childish Gambino, but let's get some more. Childish Gambino, words. Sorry. Stuttering Smitty hit again. Me and your mama. Childish Gambino. couldn't help myself. Oh boy. Well, you had me at hello, and I was so into that groove, and I sorry. I also realized I had a cup of coffee sitting in the kitchen that I never grabbed for this live stream. Anyway, that was such a fun groove, and I was so into it. And when you talk about not expecting something, yeah, I was like, no way I was expecting that. Oh, let's back it up. Let's experience that again. Woo! 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 Man, I don't even want to pause this because I'm having way too much fun with it. Way too much fun with it. And this whole fucking song had me at hello. Just the way that it was, it's just a cool, subtle, sultry, like electronic sort of mix. I don't know. There's so many terms in like newfangled hip hop and things like that I just don't know. As far as sampling goes, I don't know half the time if it's a sample or if it's something that was created electronically. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I just don't know. I know if it sounds good. That's kind of... I know it sounds good to me. That's what I'm an expert on. But there's so many good things here. The way it came in there to this fucking gnarly-ass section that I feel is a lot of instrumental in there. Again, I don't necessarily care, but I like to know. But this whole thing is... I was just thinking, I'm like... my whole thing with the rock radar, obviously, is to find the rock and roll, or music, as I'm discovering it, but I consider rock and roll to be way more broad. I would 100% consider this to be rock and roll, first of all. Second of all, I think I said, I want to find, if I'm going to listen to hip-hop, it's got to be fucking hip-hop. I don't want to say not mainstream. What's the best way to put this? What is the best way to put this? So much hip hop to me is there's like beefs. There's always somebody like featured on another thing. It's half the time. Look, I'm a vulgar dude. I say fuck a lot. I know. But sometimes the subject matter in the songs, I'm just like, okay, this is not what I want to listen to. I don't want to hear fucking, that's one thing about Eminem. And again, I don't know why. I say fuck a lot, and I'm a pretty vulgar dude. But when I listen to Eminem, I'm just like, okay, it's kind of cartoony. Clearly, he's fucking rapping really well, and he's super smart. And I totally respect him as an artist. There's a lot of fucking Eminem songs I like. But a lot of time, the subject matter, I'm just like, just sort of like a very adolescent sort of tone to it a lot of times with hip-hop. That I'm just like, okay, I'm looking for, cool fucking songs, man. And if I can hear fucking hip hop that is cool as shit, even though hip hop, I'm totally getting wordy right now, and I apologize. But there's all sorts of hip hop in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's all sorts of hip hop that I agree should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I think this is rock and roll too. And one more really quick pause just to say and clarify that I call this rock and roll, not hip hop, but clearly I recognize the soul, I recognize the blues, and very like almost like a gospel quality to the vocals and the delivery in a way. But there is some dirty ass rock and roll in there too. And honestly, the best rock and roll has all of those things combined anyway. And I love how they brought it down. Or he brought it down. This is 100% trippy too, by the way, in a great way. I feel like this is a stoner song anyway. This is 100% a stoner rock song anyway. All right. There's your church organ. Whoa, what was that? Well, that was another Childish Gambino song that came in pretty fucking rad. Yeah, I think you sold me, man. Great suggestions from Nick here for some non-mainstream hip-hop, so I'll check that out maybe in the future. Maybe not in this live stream. But, man, Childish Gambino. Again, it's one of those things, and I know, again, I wonder if I could just quickly on the fly find which Childish Gambino video that I may have watched that I was really, really impressed with, I think. If it's what I am thinking of. Oh, This Is America. Yeah, okay, I did watch that, and I don't remember it because fucking it was 5 years ago, I think, that I watched it. That's when it was released. But I just hadn't watched it since. I did like it, though. I think I like Childish Gambino, you guys. A.K.A. Donald Glover is that Danny Glover's kid. Let's find that out right now, so I don't make that fucking mistake again. Relative Stephen Glover. That's his brother, so apparently that is not Danny Glover's child. And now I know. Fucking A, man. Childish Gambino.
What the hell, everything?